Imagine gathering with your closest friends and family for what should be one of the happiest nights of your life. The decorations are perfect, the cake is waiting, the music is playing, but by the end of the evening, someone would never go home again. This is the story of a birthday party that started with balloons, laughter and celebration, yet ended in tragedy. A case so disturbing that people in the community still talk about it today, years later. The victim at the heart of this story was Emily Carter, a 21-year-old college student living in a small Midwestern town. Emily was known for her bright smile, her generosity, and her dream of becoming a teacher. Her family described her as the glue that held everyone together. She loved planning events, surprising friends with little gifts, and never missed a chance to bake cupcakes for classmates. Emily had been looking forward to her 21st birthday for months. To her, it wasn't just about turning the legal drinking age. It was about stepping into adulthood, surrounded by the people who loved her most. Her parents, Mark and Susan, lived just a few blocks away. She also had a younger brother, Jason, who adored his sister, and often joked that she was more of a second mum than a sibling. Emily's circle of friends was tight-knit. They studied together, worked part-time jobs together, and supported one another like family. By all accounts, Emily's life was just beginning. But sometimes tragedy strikes where it's least expected. On the evening of March 14th, Emily's friends gathered at a rented event hall to celebrate her birthday. The decorations were simple but charming: pink and gold streamers, a giant 21 balloon, and a playlist of all Emily's favorite songs. Throughout the night, people laughed, danced, and took photos. Emily, wearing a shimmering dress her mother had bought her, was seen hugging nearly everyone who came through the door. But there were small unsettling details, things that seemed meaningless at first. A stranger was spotted near the entrance, hanging around longer than usual before leaving. A few guests whispered that Emily's ex-boyfriend, Ryan Miller, had been seen watching from the parking lot, even though he hadn't been invited. By midnight, the celebration was winding down. Friends gathered for a final group picture. Emily cut the last slice of cake, joking that it was fuel for the after-party. Around 12:30 a.m., as she told a friend she'd quickly step outside to grab something from her car. She never came back. When her friends realized she was missing, they searched the parking lot. Emily's car door was still unlocked, her purse inside, her phone sitting on the driver's seat. Panic spread quickly. Within an hour, her family was called. By sunrise, the police were involved. The investigation started with the obvious questions. Who would want to harm Emily and why? At first, suspicion fell on Ryan, the ex-boyfriend. Their breakup had been rocky. Friends recalled heated arguments, and Ryan had reportedly struggled with controlling behavior. Witnesses at the party confirmed he'd been lurking nearby. When police questioned him, Ryan admitted being at the venue but denied any involvement. He claimed he left early and went home. However, Ryan's alibi was shaky. His neighbors didn't remember seeing him return that night, and his phone record showed gaps during the critical window when Emily vanished. Still, there wasn't enough evidence to make an arrest. Investigators also looked at guests who attended. A few partygoers had criminal records, nothing violent but still worth checking. Rumors swirled about someone being jealous of Emily's popularity, about a fight breaking out near the bathrooms, about a stranger seen slipping in unnoticed. Weeks turned into months. Flyers were plastered across town. Search parties combed wooded areas and abandoned buildings. Emily's family appeared on local news begging for answers, but then something broke the case wide open. Nearly 6 months after Emily's disappearance, a hiker stumbled upon human remains in a wooded area about 15 miles from the party venue. The site was remote, hidden down a dirt trail. Forensic tests confirmed what everyone feared. It was Emily. Alongside her remains, investigators found duct tape, pieces of fabric, and tire tracks preserved in the soil. The evidence suggested abduction and foul play. But the biggest breakthrough came from digital forensics. When police re-examined Emily's phone, they discovered a deleted message. It was from an unknown number, sent shortly before she disappeared. "Come outside, I need to talk to you just for a minute." Detectives traced the burner phone used to send that message. After weeks of analysis, they tied it back to Ryan Miller. He had purchased the phone under a fake name at a local store. Surveillance footage showed him buying it just days before Emily's birthday. With this new evidence, Ryan was arrested. During the trial, prosecutors painted a chilling picture. Ryan had been obsessed with Emily, unable to let go of their relationship. On her birthday, he waited for the perfect moment. When she stepped outside thinking she was meeting a friend, he abducted her. Witnesses testified about Ryan's jealousy, his threats, and his refusal to accept the breakup. The duct tape and fabric matched materials found in his garage. Tire impressions from the crime scene matched his truck. Ryan's defense tried to argue lack of intent, but the mountain of evidence was too strong. After a tense 3-week trial, the jury returned a guilty verdict for first-degree murder and kidnapping. Ryan Miller was sentenced to life in prison, without the possibility of parole. For Emily's family, the resolution brought relief but not closure. Her mother later said, "We got justice, but we'll never get Emily back. There's a hole in our lives that can never be filled." The community held a candlelight vigil each year on Emily's birthday. What was once a date of celebration became a solemn reminder of how fragile life can be. People still call it the birthday party that no one ever forgot. Not because of the decorations or the cake, but because of the darkness that turned a milestone into a nightmare. And it leaves us with a haunting truth. Sometimes the people we think we've left in the past refuse to let us go.